Oh, hey. So I'd throw this video up just because, you know, political discourse in this country has deteriorated to the point of absurdity. And, I mean, to give you an example, well, I gave an example one time, the Bomaphone video I made, and how, like, just nonsense is perpetuated as truth. And, and I find myself having to fight that nonsense all the time, which is, you know, irritating because, it detracts from other grievances that are actually real. So conservatives go off about how Obama is a Marxist or communist or what have you, and I find myself in a weird position where I have to defend Obama against false accusations in order to attack him for real accusations. Like the drone strikes, his support for various corporate protections, like the Monsanto protection bill that was passed, which basically gives Monsanto protection from legal action in case their GMOs kill somebody or something, what have you, or kill the land or whatever. Um, but I find it really irritating that I have to, basically defend Obama from unreal things. Like I mean, I do it just because dispelling unreality is important, but it's really irritating. And like, I get in these debates all the time with people, and they just bring up the goofiest, weirdest stuff, and it just starts blowing my mind. And it's like, oh, he's a Marxist. Look at Obamacare, and it's just like, Obamacare is a private fix to it's a market fix to the healthcare system, which is nowhere near what a Marxist or for me what I would call for. I'm not a Marxist, but you know, it's just weird. Like, it. It's really frustrating having to fight back against these unrealities, and it gets really disturbing. Um, Another unreality that I've recently come in, well, it's not so much an unreality. Now it is, but it's just kind of weird. Like Abraham Lincoln is often cited by conservatives I know as like a great conservative president, and you know, it's hard to. Well, one, you got to look at the historical time frame and the differences of position and all that, but it's just weird when people hold a position that seems so alien. So, how was Lincoln a conservative? I mean, obviously he wasn't a Marxist, although strangely he was supported by Karl Marx. Yeah, he was support. Anyhow, I'll leave a link to uh, an essay, I guess you could say, by Karl Marx and the Working Man Association, which basically supported Abraham Lincoln, which is weird in itself. But I mean, if you think about if you're a conservative and saying Abraham Lincoln's a conservative, yet he's supported by Karl Marx. Not that Abraham Lincoln was a Marxist or anything, but he was supported by Karl Marx, and like Karl Marx liked him. I mean, it's just these little things that in history that you point out, and you're either called a liar or whatever. Or basically trying to point out reality to people is getting harder and harder. And I don't know. I guess I'll just keep trying to fix reality. Make people understand that their positions are based off of craziness, like weird position. Anyhow, it's just kind of a moderate little rant here. So I'll link the little Working Man Association thing down there so you can read it yourself and be puzzled by it like I am. Karl Marx supported Abraham Lincoln. Conservatives say Abraham Lincoln was a conservative. Yeah, he was a Republican, but that meanings of political movements change over time, like drastically, apparently. So, reality is now reality, apparently, but whatever. Yeah.